This review guide should help you prepare for the Chapter 1 test tomorrow. I've written the test, and in this video I've created an outline of what is covered on the test. So first, you'll see you need to be able to explain what an arithmetic sequence is and what a geometric sequence is. So you should know that in an arithmetic sequence you start at some number and then you keep adding the same amount or subtracting the same amount. And for a geometric sequence, you start somewhere and then you keep multiplying by the same amount. Or you might think of it as dividing, although I tend to prefer thinking of it as multiplying. Secondly, you need to be able to determine whether a given sequence is arithmetic or geometric. So if I give you a sequence, you need to look at it and figure out this one's arithmetic or this one's geometric. If it's arithmetic, you need to find the common difference, that is the amount you're adding between each two pair of subsequent terms. If it's geometric, you need to be able to find the common ratio, or the number that you have to multiply by to get from one term to the next. Next is solving word problems using sequences, and there's a couple of word problems on the test. Be prepared to solve problems involving percentage growth or percentage decay, and remember the difference between the percent growth rate and the ratio that you multiply by. For example, if your growth rate or your percentage growth is, say, for example, let me write this down here. If your percentage growth is, say, 5% growth, remember that translates into a, that translates into a ratio or multiplier of 1 plus 5%, or 1.05. On the other hand, remember if you have 5% decay, then it's 1 minus 5%, or 1 minus 0.05, and then you multiply by 0.95. So be clear on that, how you go from the percentage growth or decay to the multiplier or ratio. Also, look over the bathtub problem. There's a problem similar to that one. And then there's a problem that involves a shifted geometric sequence. Those types of problems are in section 1.3, and you need to be able to find the limit or long-run value using algebra. Okay, I'm about to go to the next screen, so pause the video if you want to copy down anything on this page. Okay, you need to be able to define a sequence recursively. You need to be able to go from a definition to the list of terms, or the other way around. Here's what I mean by that. If I give you a definition of a sequence, that would look like this. U1 equals, 7. And U sub n equals U sub n minus 1 plus 3. You need to be able to look at that and go, okay, the first term is 7, and then I just keep adding 3. So be able to do that, and be able to go the other way around as well. If I give you the list of terms, 7, 10, 13, you need to be able to write it as a recursive sequence in this fashion. Okay, fifth on the list, graphing sequences. You should be able to go from a definition to a graph. And then lastly, there is a problem about car loans, which is what we covered on Friday. That's section 1.5. So that's a word problem with several parts. Okay, so again, copy down what you need to, and remember that the more you study, the more effectively you study, the more confident you'll be, and the better you will do on this test. You're all capable of doing well. You need to study. You need to get a good night's sleep. You need to have a good breakfast. You need to be hydrated, and you need to do your best. Good luck.